Hello, Milan. It's an honor and a pleasure to be here. And I thought maybe sharing some thoughts with you about Milan and mobility as part of, I call it, daily life. Maybe this is, first of all, I think also I was traveling from Malpensa to the central station by train. Do you know what you see from Milan? It's not the best view. So if we're designing on the C line or the Circle line, think of what the passengers are looking to it when they look outside their window. Because infrastructure is often designed by more engineer-like people who look from the moon to the earth, but they are not aware of what do people really experience as a traveler. Another thing why I put these pictures on is that often infrastructure make a division. It's kind of strange because infrastructure is to make connections. But also what is extremely important if you look at the city of Milan, that it should also bring back again connections in the other way. That this is the road, the railroad track, but you should make connections for people, but also for nature. Another thing what I would advise to you is to make an analysis of what do people travel every day, what distance, and what reason they are traveling. Because a lot of politicians think, we did this analysis in the Netherlands, a lot of people thought that still people travel for work to home. It's not. Most of the travel is already social. A lot of the travel is a distance of less than 5 kilometers, a distance you can travel by bike. Be aware, you're competing with the other big cities in the world. And they all want that people travel by bikes. Also, Milan should be aware of it. You're competing with the other big international cities. This is my office, a very international office. I call it a kind of small knowledge economy. The future is already about knowledge economy. It's about who can attract the best people to their city, to their company. Mobility and the pleasure of daily life, and of course nice food, is part of that. You should be aware of that as a city of Milan. For instance, we did analyze from our own office who is traveling with what kind of mobility transport, what kind of. And it's already changing a lot. A lot of people travel by train or by bike. Also, what is a big difference, like I live in Rotterdam and I travel to Delft. It's 20 kilometers. And in between is a small airport where I can travel to London. I go by bike, by electric bike, to the airport, fly to London and come back and bike home because of the new invention of the new electrical bike. This is Milan. You know, for me, you are the capital of design. If you want to be moving into other forms of mobilities, it's not just about finding out new ways of traveling and new bikes, for instance, but also change of clothes, the design of clothes. Because bad weather, you still want to bike. So you have to find out and develop new clothes. Milan, this is something for you. And we should be aware that the city should be prepared of that the world is changing. As I told you, mobility is changing, but people have also another way. They're not so much car-orientated anymore, the new generation. It's the new socializing, how to deal with the young generation, how to deal with the old generation. And I think this project could be a catalyst that Milan is adjusting to the new kind of economy and part of a changing world. And you should work together. You explained already, it's about integration. All these people working together. It's about the high-speed train, it's about the metro system, it's the bus system, it's the housing companies, everybody should, but my advice, even the designers of Milan should work together. We started to sketch yesterday, and I want to make the city of Milan a big, big compliment for what you're here organizing here today. I think it's unique, also unique for us, and to work, to hear, to listen to all of you, start to sketch already. For instance, the sketches we made yesterday. Imagine, what if that in between the circle line or the sea line, what if that becomes a car-free city? What should that mean? What if this is a connection of maybe a kind of a green area? What if? So we can talk about it and we can make these what-if scenarios. Another sketch we made, like, what if? What should we do? Should you make, how much green you want, does the city need, and where? Should we make it very compact and even built on top of the railroads? Because then you keep a lot of green. Or should you keep the railroad free, that you have a beautiful view and maybe have some parts high density, some parts low density area and still have green? That we should test, we should make scenarios about that. If you want to change your city, and of course I'm from the Netherlands, what is really a bike country, you should also think, it's just this thinking of, this integration is on a big, big scale. What I said even about clothing, but also if you want to have change more to bikes, you have to think, we did design the railway station in the city of Delft. We made a big bike storage area in it, and it should not only be in the transportation hub, it should also be in the offices, and it should be in the housing. So we should think in a very integral way about this whole project. And thank you very much for inviting us.